What's going on, everyone? So, talked about a rumor that was starting to circulate that seemed like it wasn't going to be a rumor for much longer, and that was that we were going to get a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. The rumor that was going around was that it was going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre Legacy, or Texas Chainsaw Legacy. There we go. And I did a whole video about it. Check that out. But we got official update, an official word that a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film is actually in development. And we got some key details. So want to touch on that, and then we'll have the conversation about the film itself, right? So, again, this is via Deadline, that a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film is in development. Lionsgate, A24, and Neon are among the studios interested in the film. So, going to get a little bit of a bidding war, get a little bit of a, hey, we want this. I'm not going to lie. After seeing X, which was kind of a little, Texas Chainsaw Massacre-y, right? Especially if you look at kind of the original and then the remake. Very reminiscent, right? I'd love to see A24 get it, personally. That's just me. But JT Mulliner, Strange Darling, one of many eyed to write and direct the project. So looks like that, again, not confirmed that he's the one that is going to write and direct the project, but he is one of the that is eyed to do so. I'd be okay with it, be fine with that. I'm sure that there will be several that, directors and writers and stuff that are going to be kind of, filtered through, and I want them to do their due diligence, right? But if you told me JT ends up being the writer and director, fine, so be it. But Glenn Powell, yes, the actor Glenn Powell, is interested in producing and possibly starring in the film as well. That's very interesting, right? Wouldn't be against that either. Sounds like a pretty good winning formula to me. I don't know about you. At the end of the day, I want a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, right? Talked about it in the video the other day that I dove into the rumors that were circling. It's nice to see that we have actual confirmation now. Yeah, it's one of those things. Usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And there was like a ton of smoke going around that, like, hey, no, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie is going to be in the works here, and that they're going to work on something and sort of a stay tuned type thing. And then, I don't think it's a coincidence that a couple days later, we actually get real confirmation that, no, hey, like this is actually happening. But like I said in that previous video, there have been a lot of like really bad Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. The original, in my opinion, is a classic, right? Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of those just like beloved horror franchise, right? It's one of those that is just up there that you can argue in a spot for Mount Rushmore, right? You got Freddy, you got, Jason, you got Michael, you got Ghostface, you got Leatherface, right? Like you have these iconic horror franchises, and without a doubt, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of them. We've had, like I said, all the franchise is a little all over the place. The Netflix film was not too great, which, in their defense, that film was a total disaster and was likely not going to come out. And then Netflix kind of bought it, and it was already almost a done product, and they kind of just like pieced it together and got it out. But I didn't think it was like god awful. Like it wasn't one of those things where I was like, man, this is, it wasn't the worst one that I've seen in my opinion, but it wasn't great. Right. And then you had the one with, what was it? The Alexandria Daddario, right? Where, go get him, cuz, or whatever. Like that was pretty bad. The other one with like Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey, that was pretty bad. Like there's been some pretty big stinkers in it. And the thing is, though, is that they've always tried to like pass him off as gold, like a turd passed off as gold. Because you look at things like, for example, Friday the 13th. Like some of those movies are pretty bad too. But they weren't passed off, like they weren't expected to be great. Even the original was, they wanted to make like a different Michael, right? Like that was the whole idea. There's a whole documentary about it. How like that it was it was almost essentially a spin-off, right? Like, and then on top of that, it was purposely campy and over the top and little excessive. Like you knew what you were getting into, and it's just like a beloved franchise, right? Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a lot of films that were presented as like, oh, this is the one. So then, yeah, if you gotta watch this one, right? And it's just, and it's the storylines all over the place now and everything. I would love for them, whether it's A24, whoever, I'd love for somebody to get the franchise and just add some stability, add some structure, and kind of just start from the beginning, right? Reboot it, give us a good quality film, right? And look, I'm not big on like reboots and requels and all that stuff, but this is a franchise that I think needs to kind of just take a deep breath, if that makes sense, right? Take a step back, get back to what made the franchise so beloved, right? Like, have that be a thing. And I think that if you do it right, you could probably have another 3, 4, 5 films if you wanted to. Because again, people will go watch it. But if you keep throwing turds out there, people are going to eventually get some people are going to be like, all right, like, I don't need to see another one of these. Like, I already saw the last one. And which is odd because Netflix was supposed to do another. Like, they were supposed to do, like, that first one was supposed to be the beginning of, like, several more. Even with them, because the consensus was like, hey, that was not very good, which it wasn't. But the Netflix was still supposed to like, hey, let's do this film, let's do some more, and then it just like never happened. And that was now going on 3 years. So I mean, by the time this film comes out, it'll probably be 2026, 2027, which is fine, right? But you gotta hit right on this. I'm excited for it. All right, sign me up for some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but you gotta do right by it. You gotta make sure that this is a good film, that you do right by the franchise, do right by us fans, right? And give us something that we can enjoy and is respectable, and we can just like point to and go like, hey man, like, the 2026, TCM was fantastic. Need something like that. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Are you excited for a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? Do you think that just let the franchise be, let it lie where it is? Who do you want to see direct it? Who do you want to see star in it? Who do you want to see take over and be the studio for it? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.